finally back from all of my travels. I know so many of you have been following me and have supported me, and it is so nice to know that so many people have learned that we had a new grandbaby and she is just the cutest little thing, and who knows, maybe one day she'll be a kit. And she was born a month early, so very suddenly after our move, actually I should say during our move, which I know a lot of you know that we just moved, my daughter went into the hospital and there was just a few little minor complications, so they decided that she was probably going to be induced. Well, that was the day that the movers were here, and my husband is on the phone with the airlines making me an airline reservation. So I flew out that night, and I didn't come home for 9 days, but it was wonderful. And my daughter, thank God, is doing great. The baby is doing phenomenal. She's absolutely adorable. She finally weighs a little over 5 pounds. And I'm actually leaving again on Saturday for Arizona to go and be with her. So this is the normal scheduled time that I was supposed to be there. In between, of course, we were lucky enough to go on a beautiful vacation, a much needed vacation, but I am back and I am in complete work mode. I'm in complete show mode. I am in complete IRHSP mode. So the reason for my video is that Lorraine and Roki had asked me if I would do a little bit of a demo video, or talk about the class that we're so excited about, and a little bit about that in general. The class is going to be on Thursday, the 5th of December, and I thought it would be really super nice if we could just actually show people in person how to use and enjoy painting with IRHSP, the paints and the mediums. And what we're going to attempt to do, and I also would like to say that I am going to have 2 amazing assistants, and they are going to be Janie Scott and Megan Denton, 2 very talented artists who they both have their own unique painting styles. They have their own unique details and finishing ways of doing things, and they're going to be helping me in the class, which will make it extremely personalized, so you guys will not feel like you're alone, and we will give a lot of individual attention. And for those of you who are joined, we are so excited. For those of you who are thinking about it, I hope you will join us. We're going to make it a little bit more like a fun afternoon of painting, and we're going to attempt to paint a whole baby in one day, which you can do if you use our products properly and you paint a smaller baby. Of course, we're not going to root it, stuff it, and all that, and we might finish most of it. We're hoping that we can finish all of it, and I think we can, especially with Lick Within. That is what we're going to do. We're going to be meeting from 9 to 6, and then right after that class, I got to go back into work mode and get our booths. I have 4 booths at this show, and I'm bringing Ping Lau, and I'm bringing Corey Fan, myself, and we are going to be working very hard to give you guys great stuff. We're selling stuff, we're announcing stuff, we're going to be doing all kinds of fun things. Corey will have her beautiful dolls. Of course, we will have our great bargain bins for kits. We'll have lots of supplies, and of course Ping will be there to meet and greet and sign autographs, and hoping to have a sample of our newest kit, our 44-inch toddler. Actually, she's a little girl, and she's going to hopefully be there so you guys can see what she's all about, even if I have the blank vinyl. So Ping will be there. It's going to be great. And last year, our show at the Yophi show was phenomenal, and we're looking forward to an equally as successful, fun, and enjoyable show this year. But to make things a little bit more special, we are so excited about IRHSP. IRHSP seems to be turning to the brand that most people that are in the reborn industry know about. Of course, a good portion of people live in the USA. They're made in the USA, and we make them here in our new warehouse, which we're very excited about. And also, we have them in, I think it's 15 or 16 dealers all over the world. So there is plenty of places where you can buy our products and all of our colors, all of our mediums, and I know they're selling because these dealers keep on graciously ordering from us, so glad to know that. And for those of you that are coming to the show, we will have a great stock of them. We will have all of our mediums. We will have all of our colors, all of our sets, and even samples of what a doll might look like when it's painted. So that being said, I wanted to show you a little bit more about, the specifics of the class, and each student will be getting a full set of our custom color paints. And in addition to, we're gonna throw some additional colors in that don't necessarily come in the set, like our primaries, because this set is really more for people that just don't feel like mixing their paints, and you get a lot of the already, mixed colors like raspberry modeling and veining and nail tip white and brow brown and all that kind of fun stuff, so that you don't even have to worry about mixing it. However, we will also be teaching our students how to start off, mixing them and make it so it's efficient. And especially with Liquithin, the mixing is a dream. And whether you're mixing colors or you're just using a straight color and just using Liquithin, it will be fantastic. The key to Liquithin, of course, is using it properly. And that is a big motivator for why I want to teach the class. And I was very honored that when Lorraine and Enroki, I'm sorry, Enroki, had said that it would be a great idea to do it. And that's why, with Liquithin hitting the market so hard, so fast, and just taking off, there's so many ways you can use it. And we thought it would be really nice for you to see this video and learn a little bit more about it, and learn what we've learned after having released it. I think it's almost 6 months now that we released it, and it's just gangbusters. People are loving it, and it's making me very happy. But IRHSP in general is becoming a household word in so many of the reborners, worlds. And I just want to personally say thank you. And it just makes my heart so warm when our very active Facebook group, and if you haven't joined it, you might want to consider doing so. It's IRHSP, on Facebook. People are posting pictures, suggestions, questions, and it's just a great way to learn. We also, are doing videos. More to come, working on some written tutorials, working on some videos. They've already started. We are very, very excited about some of these talented artists who have offered to do, some tutorials for us. And I know you guys have been asking, and I am so sorry it's taken so long, but it has just been very overwhelming. So I'm sure you can imagine that my time is spread so thin, and what can I say? It's a good thing. We are going to be painting this adorable little Sunny Delight. It was sculpted by Marita Winters, and we chose her because she is a happy, cute, relaxing baby that's not too big, so that we really feel that she has details that will work, and we really feel that it will be easy to paint. We should be able to finish her. She fits in the oven fantastic. All by her, all of her at once fits in the oven. We have practice with using her just flat in the oven, as well as I came up with a solution for a stand, which we will be bringing to the show and be bringing to the class, so that if you choose to use it, you can while your paint is drying, as well as it works in the new wave ovens because it's made of wood. So that's a kind of fun thing. But this is the kit that we are going to bring with us to paint. Now, if you decide that you want to join the class just for fun, be with us, paint with us, get all the free goodies. There's just going to be all kinds of things. We're going to bring, special sponges. We're going to bring, give you a special set of sponges, a special set of brushes that I personally chose to do specific things for the kit, like, a brush for lips, a brush for creases, that kind of stuff. There's going to be lots of other goodies, and most importantly is just going to be the atmosphere, which should be very, very fun. If you decide that you want to paint with the class, this little cutie pie Sunny Delight, the class is $3.95. If you decide that you want to bring your own kit, we're just only asking that you bring a smaller kit, 18 inches or less is best, 17 to 18 inches. I suppose we could work with 19 inches, but that's going to be close. We're going to try to make it so that we can paint a full kit all at once. We'll have several ovens there, so hopefully it won't, take a long time for you guys to wait for your kits to dry. And of course, we're going to be talking about, temperatures and what works and what doesn't. And once we, figure all that out and you guys get on a roll, we should be able to pump these babies right out. But if you decide not to bring it and you want to bring your own, I will take $85 off the price of the class. So really, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this because I really want to educate as many people as I can about IRHSP. And again, air dry is a fantastic method. It works. It's definitely come along, and we sell a lot of air dry paint. I sell all of Christine Woolley, who will be there teaching her hair painting class. I sell a lot of her hair painting sets, which are phenomenal. Now she has her eyebrow sets, which are great. And then of course, the full line of Ultimate Fusion. But I have to tell you that you can use the air dry with the heat set. Of course, if you use any heat set during the process of painting your kit, you're going to have to heat set it. At some point you can use either a heat gun if you're careful, or of course the oven, but they do mix together. They mix beautifully. So we'll be talking about that in the class also. Just something really, really nice to know. I'm also thrilled, Jody Lombardo, who's teaching a series of classes. I believe she's teaching an ethnic class as well as her beautiful fantasy colorful classes. She'll be using some of the IRHSP products too to teach. She's taught before, and I'm thrilled that she's continuing to have success and wants to pass it on to you. And it's just very exciting. So what I thought I would do today, besides just tell you about all the products, which I pretty much have, and I told you, some of the colors that we're going to be including with your set, I thought I would just show you real quick. A kit that this is obviously Sunny Delight, but I started painting her a while ago, and a big question in the IRHSP world has been, do we use only liquid thin, or can we use some kind of a thinning medium or a thinner with liquid thin? So after several months of deciding how I like it, how I don't like it, what I suggest, what I promote, I still promote liquid thin to use as much as humanly possible. It is non-toxic, it is safe, there is no odor. It definitely will shorten your painting processes because it grabs the paint so well, and when mixed with the colors, it makes it so that you can get much more of a rich, wash, so you don't have to do as many washes. It works great by itself, for use with the fantasy paints, for example, and or our hair painting line. It works fantastic. You hardly have to do any additional layers to get the same depth and dimension as you would if you didn't use it. And also the ethnic babies come out great with it, and I've heard rave reviews from my ethnic artists about how great liquid thin works with the ethnic painting. So I'm sure we will be touching on that also in the class. But recently I was painting her, and I was using just liquid thin, and I was playing around with how long to bake it, what to do, what not to do, and I decided to try painting her using mostly liquid thin with a little bit of a solvent, and it took, not a solvent, a thinner, and it took me a liquid thinner. It took me up until recently to decide if I was going to promote teaching this way, but it really is very effective. And I do feel that as long as you are going to use our natural thinners, I think that you will still have the same effects as non-toxic. It will not smell. Actually, the thinner that we use is going to be the Eco House Citrus Thinner, and it's mild. Again, it smells just like an orange. It is absolutely great, and it works beautifully with the liquid thin, and it works beautifully with our colors. So you can use it by itself with colors, or you can mix it. The way that I like to do it is use liquid thin and a touch of the solvent, And up until now, I haven't been promoting this, but I am going to promote it. We are going to stock it in our shop, and we are also going to be stocking their brush cleaner, which is also a citrus, natural, non-toxic product. And this is great for cleaning your brushes, although I always use my trusty Clorox wipes, and a combination of the brush cleaner and the Clorox wipes do a great job of cleaning your brushes. And if you want to do a deep clean at the end of your painting, of course, using something like this, or there's plenty of other brush cleaners out there. But I'm all about the natural, the eco-friendly, the non-toxic, for those of you who really have appreciated having Liquithin come into the market and make sure that you are still painting efficiently, but safer. So we also believe in using Gamsol. Gamsol is a great product, and I think of all the solvents that are out there, I think this one works the best. It works great with Genesis, old and new formula, but in the new formula, you must use Liquithin, otherwise it will not work. The product that they put out was just a disaster, not to be rude, but it was a disaster for many, many people. But in order for those of you who did buy it and did end up with some, there's no need to throw it away because Liquithin works great with it. And if you mix Liquithin and even a little bit of solvent to get a thinner wash, you can do that and it works. It breaks down the paint. You might have to stir it a little bit longer, but it works great. So we will be stocking Gamsol as well. However, I believe in just using the natural stuff again, and I can't stress that enough, because that is the reason that I decided to develop Liquithin, was to make it so that it's a safe product, that people enjoy using it and know that they are able to use it with children, able to use it if you have asthma. You don't have to wear a mask. It's just a really nice thing. So I thought what I would do is I would show you a little bit how I use the Liquithin and a little bit of solvent with some of our detail colors. And I am going to use the light creases for this baby right now because she's pretty much needing some detail. She's far from finished. I finally achieved the skin tone that I was looking for, yet I need to do a few more layers of modeling, but she's a really sweet little thing. So basically what I do is, of course, sorry, that's not the light, is I take this, move these guys for a second, and I use a little bit firmer of a brush. It's a pointy brush, it's a round brush, but it's got a nice point on it. I mean, I use barely any. There is barely any color on there, and I will drop it in my well here so you can see. I will use a tiny bit of Liquithin. Oops, I better open it, otherwise I won't be able to use it. Some Liquithin to cover the color, which is what I've always said. And then a couple of drops of the solvent. I keep calling it a solvent, just that's bad habit. It's really a thinner, it's not a solvent. So when using the Liquithin, sometimes it does change the color a little bit. It looks like it lightens it more than what the paint color is, but when you apply it, it applies in the same color as you see in the jar. So let's take our little miss over here, and we're gonna start, we'll put them over here in the eyelids. And then I have these little nifty little brushes that they're small, like kabuki brushes, but they're, I don't know what they're, I forgot what they're called. I'll think of it. I'm gonna put a little here, put some in her nose. Bullet brushes. And I have them in 3 different sizes. Again, they're on our site somewhere too. Might even need a little bit more color. And sometimes I take it right from the jar, and just when I want to do a little bit more pronounced. So like for around her little nostrils, I'll do that. I'll take a smaller bullet brush just to blend it in. That was too much. So I'm going to take our little sponge, which you can see that it really gives a nice definition. These are our flower sponges, and they are amazing. They're a little bit firmer. One is a little darker than the other. doing this upside down is not the easiest. But you can see how easily it glides on there. And again, I'm doing this upside down, so it's a little hard. But I might need to go over these again. These flower sponges are amazing. They come with the set, but they really do a nice job of cleaning the eyes. I'm gonna turn her around for 1 second just to see. Oh, her nose looks cute. Okay. So yeah, this is our light creases color. And you know, you gotta kind of play with it, and you have to decide, you know, pretty much how dark you want it, how light you want it. We also have another creases color, which is called our dark creases, which I don't know where it is right this second, but it's more of a red color and a darker red color. I thought I had it in here, but I guess I don't. Okay. Well, anyway, instead of being pinky, oh, it's right in front of my nose. Oh no, that's light creases. I am like really losing it. But anyway, the dark creases is a little bit more like this, but it's darker. It's like a darker red, a rusty red. So that definitely can be for a different skin tone. But this one is so peaches and cream that I'm doing more of a mauve-y color. Put it over here. Here. If you want it darker. So again, you can see that it just goes on so nicely. And the liquid thin is just fantastic because it leaves absolutely no dirty creases. Clean off my sponge there, because I know a lot of people are concerned about that. And that's one thing about that product that is just, it's made doing creases so much easier. So just to give you an idea, that's pretty much how the creases will look. Do under her chin a little. But already you can see she's coming more to life. So that's how they would look on her face. The other thing that I know you all have heard me say this a million times, but lips is like my favorite thing to do on a baby. So I am going to take a little bit of our rose lips, which is a very popular color. We also have coral lips and pink baby lips. Sometimes I mix them all together and I get just a beautiful, beautiful shade. It depends on the color of your skin is what you're gonna choose. So again, I'm gonna do a teeny bit of liquid thin, just a little, and a drop, and I mean like a drop of the salt. Solvent, I keep on calling it solvent, it's thinner. And this color is so delicious, and you can see that it really matches the creases. And I have a special brush that I use. It's an angular brush, and I will be providing these to the students in our class. And this is a fantastic, fantastic brush because when painting lips, I was taught to paint down. Now she has very, very thin lips. So doing this upside down is not easy. But I wanted you to see the color. So I'm gonna turn her around for 1 second. And I love lips. They just bring the whole baby alive. And this color, when my husband and I made it, we were so excited because it came out so good, and we tried so hard. Magentas and pinks and mauves are very, very difficult to achieve. And it took us a long time, but we finally got it. And and of course it's going to need many more layers. So the other thing that I was going to show you real quick is our lips, nails, and it's nail beds and the blush. And this is a fantastic color. It's like an overall color that you can use on all things, like when you're painting like the bottoms of the feet, like the little toes and everything, that it can be used for that. It can be used for your nail beds. But on her face, of course, I'm gonna probably just use it for the cheeks. And it's such a pretty color, like I love it. So you can see like all three of those colors are blending really, really nicely together. And again, a teeny bit of liquid thin. And a drop of citrus solvent. Again, I said solvent. You know what I mean now. I keep on saying the wrong thing. But it's a thinner, it's not a solvent. But from all the Genesis days, it's just really hard for me to, I didn't even bring my right brush. Okay, let me look and see what I got here to use to apply the brush. A lot of times I put it on a sponge. I'll paint it on a sponge, and that way, when you're applying it, it kind of goes on a little bit more even, kind of like you're putting blush on yourself when you're doing your makeup. So, do that. Just pounce her little cheeks. And I usually do it here, and then sometimes I'll graduate it up here. But you can see that it's a nice pink color. And then sometimes I'll even take the same color and I'll go over the lips again with this color. And there you go. She's looking nice and healthy. I happen to like rosy cheeks. Sometimes I pounce it on the edge of the nose, the bottom of the chin. I might pounce it on the forehead a little bit. I'll use more of a sponge. Let's see what I can do. I like these sponges also. These are our jumbo sponges. They're very, very squishy. They really don't absorb the paint when you put it on. And because they're squishy and they're bigger, you can cover some nicer areas. But it just, oh, there we go. It just applies the paint so nice. So now I really feel like I'm putting blush on her. Oh, she's really looking cute. This is a very cute sculpt. So, great for doing like the earlobes and the little knobs in the ear when you're doing this color. You can do one of two things. You can either bake her right now, after you do, of course, all your limbs, or you can kind of wait until she flashes off a little bit. Now, if you just use liquid thin, it's never gonna flash off. And you just paint the baby and you put her right into your oven, and then you don't have to wait or anything. But when you have the thinning medium, the liquid solvent thinner, whatever I'm going to call this, you can do this with liquid thin too. You can build your layers. So if I wanted to just put this aside while I'm doing, say, the limbs, and then I come back and I want to do some veining or, you know, even more model, I can do that. So that is my demonstration, and I hope that it enlightened you and got you excited about IRHSP. And most importantly, I hope that I see you at the show. But if you guys want to have a really great day, join us on Thursday the 5th from 9 to 6. We're going to be meeting in one of the classrooms at the Yophi show in Orlando. And it's going to be a fun day. Just a bunch of girls getting together. If there's a guy that wants to join us, God bless you. Join us. But a bunch of people getting together, painting with IRHSP and having a great time. And I look forward to seeing you there. And happy painting. And thanks for always, as always, your wonderful, continued, and loyal business with Irresistibles. And now with IRHSP.